from Cork Wines and Whiskies, and today we're lucky enough to be joined by Alessandro Giannoni and Andrea Bernardini from Cantine Briziarelli. Did I say that right?
Yes, nice pronunciation. Cantine Briziarelli, so almost Italian you are, Jason.
I'm getting there. The more wine I'm drinking, I think I get more Italian. But thank you both today for joining us. We really appreciate it. And for those of you that are seeing Andrea in such a great picture, he is driving, so he's talking to us while he is driving. But I'm sure he has all of that wine knowledge in his head, so he can talk about it. But just for the people here in Canada, tell me, where are you? Where in the world are you?
We are lucky enough to be in Umbria, that it's called the Green Heart of Italy. It's absolutely in the center of Italy. It's a deeply green region because it's full of forests, it's full of trees, it's full of vineyards as well, and olive groves. Our winery is based close to Montefalco, that is one of the most important wineries in Umbria. So we are exactly in Bevagna, it's the name of the city where the winery is located. And so we are 10 minutes away from Perugia, that is one of the main cities in Umbria. And we are in the middle of hectares of vineyards, red vineyards, especially Sagrantino and Sangiovese, that are the main varieties that we grew up in this area. Then we produce also some white wine as well. We have a deep link and connection with our terroir. So all the grape varieties we have chosen to create our wines are autochthonous mainly, and then we put some international varieties to create something that is let's say more innovative, more international compared to this area we are in. So we are using also Cabernet, we are using Merlot, we are using Viognier in our blend, and Andrea is creating the blend according to a mission statement that we have planned together, because we want to create high quality wines with reasonable price, and that needs to be the ambassador of our place, Umbria, in Italy and also outside Italy, like
Right. Fantastic. So, Andrea, as the winemaker at Cantine Briziarelli, what is your philosophy on making wine? How do you go about making your wine?
So first of all, my philosophy is exactly the same philosophy we have in our winery, Briziarelli. So first of all, we think that the grapes, so our fruit, is the most important thing we have. That's why we really believe in our vineyards. We spend a lot of our time and investments there because we really believe that to make high quality wines, you need to have really nice grapes, really nice fruits. This is the only warranty to have powerful wine, clean wines, and wine to be aged. Otherwise, it's impossible to do. So we start from our grapes. We respect the grapes, trying to use less chemical components we can. For us, it's very important. We use the same philosophy in our winery. So the transformation from grapes to wine is really easy. We don't use too much chemical because we have great grapes, good ideas, and so we don't need any other things. That's what we really believe in. So starting from the grapes, we transform our grapes in wine, and then we taste almost every week all the wines we have, um, because wines must be. We need a great cure in our wines, um, and in the end we have the blend, the final blend. After years, it depends
Right.
about the wine, and what we try to do is to have typical and typical wines, really clear. So we need to smell the fruit, the oak, or what we need in a clear way, and absolutely we need to transfer to our customers our terroir. That is one of the most important things for us.
Okay. Okay. And maybe that's a good segue into the next question is, tell me a little bit, tell the people that are listening a little bit about the winery, the history of the winery.
So the winery is a young winery. I mean, the company itself was founded in 1906 by Pio Briziarelli. Then the company developed, let's say, slowly during this time. And in the early 2000, all the family members, because it is a family-owned business anyway. The family owns a lot of hectares, around 300, in all the area close to Montefalco and other parts of Umbria. They decided to grow up their wine business from scratch. So they just own lands, they set up the vineyards, they set up the new business, they created the new winery. And so the winery was completed in 2015, 2016. So a very young winery, actually, if it's compared to many other major wineries that are based in this area. Because, as I told before, the Montefalco area is one of the most well-known area, wine production area of Umbria, and so there are a lot of historical wineries, and it's an area that is attracting new investment from other big companies that are dealing with wine. I don't want to mention any one of them, but it's easy to find out. Because this area creates really has a huge potential in creating high quality wine with long aging capacity, and actually it's not as well known as our let's say big brother, the Tuscany. Anyway, we are working around Sangiovese as well, so the variety is almost the same. In Montefalco, we have the Sagrantino, that let's say a cousin of Sangiovese. Sagrantino is very full-bodied grape with a lot of tannins, and it can be aged for a really long time. And so from that dream to create their own business in wine, company is developing right now.
Right.
I'm in the company since the beginning of this year because they want to approach wine production and wine market in a more innovative way. They want the company is changing the brand, the company brand, and also the production is moving to a higher level with the help of Andrea and also with the help of our agronomists working hard on the field. Because my experience in Tuscany has told me a lot of things. The first one is that great wines comes from great grapes, and great grapes comes from great yards. So that's why we are dedicating a lot of resources, I mean time, I mean money in investment to the field, because we want to give more importance to the fields to have greater and higher quality. So we want to, the company, the winery, it's, I told you before, it's based in Bevagna. There is a great tasting room that I can easily show you.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, I don't know if you can see almost everything.
Fantastic, yes.
Yeah, this is a huge window now that the light is coming through, so you cannot see it very well, but we are facing Assisi, that is another very famous place in Umbria. And so we want to grow slowly because we don't want to grow very fast. We want to create great wines. We are dedicating our attention on products before anything else. After that, we can move on and move some step forward to create great wines.
So you have great land, you have great grapes, and now Andrea, you have to create great wines, correct?
I will do my best. I'll do my best. I'm
sure
of that.
Sure that you will. So the winery is not an organic winery, correct?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But you're using as little kind of chemicals as you possibly can to grow the grapes.
So what we are doing right now, I mean, from the beginning of this year, we have engaged a new agronomist to work on the field, and our company is studying and it's talking about getting organic.
Okay.
Because actually in the Sagrantino Consortium, so that is the association that it's created from all the wine producer, we are talking about, actually it's an early stage, but we are talking about creating the second organic district in Italy, after the one that is based in Tuscany. So it means converting all the companies to organic. Actually, to tell you the truth, we have not huge differences between the organic production because, as Andrea said before, we are not using a lot of chemicals components. So, because we have great raw materials, so we just need to take care of them. So we don't need to put something else.
Right.
So the move from to traditional to organic agriculture and to organic wine production, it's just a small step from us. But what we want to achieve before is to create and develop the team composed by me, Andrea, and the agronomist to talk with the same language and talk with the same language with the land. That it's one of the nicest thing of agriculture. So every single grapes, every single yards, every single place where you grow vines, it's different. So you have to know exactly what you're facing before moving to that direction. Otherwise, it can be words. Right, so we want to wait a bit, and we are already talking about the organic transformation of the company. Actually, the olive oil production, because our company produces also some olive oil, it's already organic. So,
okay.
Yes. So actually, the olive oil production is already organic, and so we are a little bit late with the wine production, but of course, it's in our mind.
Oh, fantastic! Well, Andrea, I know you're on mute, but I'm gonna. There you go. In our market, we've ordered in the Montefalco and the Grechetto. So, Andrea, when somebody opens up the bottle of Montefalco, what are they going to find in there?
Montefalco is one of the most distributed wine from Umbria, because it's a blend of different varieties. Basically, it's a Sangiovese, and then inside we have, depending about the vintage, 10 or 15% of Sagrantino that gives a lot of structure, and the rest is coming from international grapes. Um, I started from the blend because it's something that explained the wine better than me. The Sangiovese is the fruity part of the wine. This variety gives a good acidity, fruitness, and the capacity of aging of to a wine to be aged. The Sagrantino gives the big structure and the tannins to this wine, and the alcohol and the concentration that this wine have, and international grapes like Merlot and Cabernet gives roundness to these tannins. So I think is one of the best blend you can find in our country. Is a wine that you can age easily for 5 to 10 years, no problem, but is already but is ready to be drink. So when you open a bottle of this wine, you can find for sure some cherries sensation coming from the Sangiovese, and then the white pepper coming from the Sagrantino, and some blackberries and sweet sensation coming from the international grapes. So it is a blend of all these different things. And when you drink this wine, you will find a fresh wine in some way, but with a long aftertaste, never bitter, with a full mouth of red fruits.
Oh, perfect. And it goes, I'm going to assume that it goes very well with food.
Yeah, for sure.
So like meats, grilled meats,
So,
that kind of.
yes, basically, we are talking about a region in which you can find a lot of lamb, of beef, and even some dry cheese, heavy cheese. So I think that the tradition way is every time the best way.
I guess just the traditional way is just having a glass of wine, correct?
Yeah, 2 glasses of wine.
Well, you can't have any because you're driving, so.
No.
Well, that's great. So for those of us that are gonna open up a bottle of the Grechetto, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correct.
Grechetto.
Say that again.
Grechetto.
Grechetto.
CH in Italian is like key, so
Okay.
Grechetto.
Grechetto.
Yeah.
And this is the 2019. What will they find in there, Andrea?
The Grechetto is a really typical variety from this country. It's something comparing in the history, I don't know if you have never heard about Greco di Tufo. It's something that in origin come from the ancient Greece, so it's a really historical variety. It's not so aromatic, but is really nice in terms of powerful and acidity, and normally it's what we can call a neutral variety. It's not an aromatic one like Sauvignon Blanc or like
Right.
Muscat or Traminer or something like that. But as we really care about our grapes, we can throw out to this variety really interesting hints of balsamic, like mint, and some hints of tropical sensation that normally you cannot find in this wine. But when you open a bottle of our Grechetto, you will find freshness, because we really care about our grapes. So we have a good acidity, minerality because of our soil, and some tropical sensation, not too heavy, but some tropical sensation blended with some, balsamic hints that give a really interesting aroma to this wine. You can drink with some fish, no problem, but even with some white chicken,
Right.
because it's not an easy wine.
Not easy. Not easy. How do you mean?
I mean only. Sorry, is my fault. It's light. It's not that light.
Okay.
So
yeah. Oh, that's fantastic, gentlemen. I think we could go into where you are, the winery, the wines, for a lot longer, but I think we're coming to an end here. So I just wanted to say to both of you, thank you very much. Cantine Briziarelli wines, the Montefalco, the Grechetto, they'll be available the beginning of June, and it will be available at www.corkwinesandwhiskies.ca for you to order, and hopefully soon restaurants and bars will be open. So thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jason, for this opportunity, and all the best to all the people in Canada, as all the best to all the people in Italy as well for the situation that we are experiencing. We hope to be able to drink wine in restaurants very soon and enjoy life with a good glass of wine.
Right, and hopefully soon we can take a plane and come and see the winery, right?
Yeah, absolutely, you have to.
Right. Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Bye-bye, Jason.
Thank you.
Bye.